Cybersecurity controls explained in detail. Cybersecurity is a fast-growing industry in this era, where the main aim is to reduce cyber attacks. Cybersecurity professionals are responsible for protecting IT infrastructure and controlling devices, networks, and data. So what is cybersecurity? Why is it so important? What are the effective controls used to oppose cyber attacks? Let us learn in detail in this article.
But before we start moving forward, make sure to subscribe channel and click on the bell icon. Sprintzeal provides training programs, certification programs on their websites. If you're interested in them, do check out the links in the description.
Cybersecurity is a technique that protects internet-connected systems such as computers, servers, mobile devices, and networks from malicious activity. Cyber refers to technology that includes networks, programs, systems, and data. And security refers to safeguarding all the above-mentioned cyber assets. Cybersecurity is also called electronic information security or information technology security. Types of cybersecurity. Every organization wants to have an advantage when it comes to securing the systems and information. So the systems should contain strong security features that should keep the organization's data secure. Therefore, cybersecurity provides the following domains. Network security. It implements hardware and software devices in a system to secure its computer network from unauthorized entry, intruders, attacks, disruption, and misuse. Network security helps an organization protect its data from internal and external threats. Application security. It protects software and devices from unwanted threats. This security function can be used frequently by updating the apps and ensuring they are free from attacks. Effective security begins in the design stage, with the writing of source code, verification, threat modeling, etc. before deploying the program or a device. Information or data security. Implementation of a strong data mechanism to maintain the integrity and privacy of data, both in storage and in transit, i.e., in transformation. Identity management. It determines the level of access that each individual has within an organization. Operational security. This cybersecurity type processes and makes decisions to handle data and secure resources. Mobile security. It secures the regular incoming and personal data stored on mobile devices. Cloud security. It protects the information stored in a digital environment or data in the cloud for the organization. Cloud security uses various service providers known as AWS, Azure, Google, etc., to verify security against multiple threats. Disaster recovery and business continuity planning. It reviews the monitoring process, alerts, and plans of an organization responding to any malicious activity causing loss of data or operations. This security deals with policies that instruct to resume lost operations after any disaster takes place to the same operating capacity as before the event. The above discussed types are essential to bringing cybersecurity to life. Why is cybersecurity important? We live in a digital era where all of our lives revolve around the computer and other electronic devices. All of the critical infrastructures like a banking system, healthcare, financial institutions, governments, and manufacturing industries use internet-connected devices to perform core operations. Some of their important information, such as intellectual property, financial data, and personal data, can be sensitive. To protect that data from intruders and threat actors who would want financial gain, cybersecurity is implemented. Cyber attacks have now become an international concern because hacking, and all other security attacks will endanger the global economy. Hence, it is important to have an excellent cybersecurity strategy, to protect sensitive information from high-profile security breaches. Governments around the world are paying more attention to cybercrimes. GDPR, i.e. General Data Protection Regulation, is the best example of how changes are made in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity contains essential security goals, which makes it more effective. Let us learn about cybersecurity goals in the following sections. Cybersecurity goals. The main objective of cybersecurity is to ensure data protection. Cybersecurity offers three related principles to protect data from breaches. The principle is called the CIA triad. CIA can be broken into three parts. Confidentiality. It gives access to only authorized users. Unauthorized users will be blocked. An example of this is data encryption. Integrity. This principle makes sure that the data is authentic, accurate, and safeguarded from unauthorized modification or accidental user modification. Availability. Information will be made available only to authorized users. It ensures that malfunctions and cyber attacks are blocked to secure the system. To secure data from malicious activities, cybersecurity contains essential controls. Let us know in the following what it has to offer in detail. Read more about cybersecurity and the best protocols used for cyber attacks. What is cybersecurity control? The controls are created to ensure the CIA triad, i.e. confidentiality, integrity, and availability of an organization's information and technology assets. And controls revolve around 4 essentials of people, technology, processes, and strategy. Cybersecurity control is a mechanism that is used to prevent, detect and reduce cyber attacks and threats. Cybersecurity controls are every organization's need, as it is used to manage the security program of a company, organization. Cybersecurity is the top priority of organizations, where they determine what control they need. Here are some of the effective smaller controls used by every organization. Update OS. When a threat or intrusion is found in the software, the technical staff try to work on it and will provide an updated version of the software. Keeping the system updated will help control the threats and security features will get better. Granted applications, meaning that a computer is configured to only run an application that is permitted by the organization. This control is hard to manage application in cybersecurity. If done, there will be no cyber attacks or data breaches taking place. Reinforce system security. Being aware of the programmable settings in the OS, i.e. operating system and applications are configured for security. And it is recommended to regularly reinstall parts of the OS that will never be used. Implement multi-factor authentication. Adding 2-step verification is going to do good, to keep your data secure. The best example is Gmail, where you can set 2-step verification so that no one can get into your mail details. Suggestion: get CISM certification and become a certified security manager. Need for cybersecurity controls. All systems contain weaknesses where some might be simple and some are complex. If a cyber attacker gets to know about the weak points in the system, they will try to exploit it. Measures taken by an organization to stop these threats are known as security control. Cybersecurity controls are the countermeasures taken up to reduce the chances of a data breach or system attack. The essential and tough work to do in cybersecurity is to select the right control, but most organizations do it wrong. Cyber threats are automated and aimed at by cyber attackers. The attacks can be in the forms of malware, form jacking, cryptojacking, domain name system attacks, and in various ways they try to get into the system. It becomes a challenge to face all these. Cybersecurity controls help to mitigate most of the threats. Reducing the threats is always a need. Errors that happen in the system can be controlled using essential cyber controls like applying antivirus solutions, emphasize employee training and awareness, maintain secure portable devices, securely encrypt and backup data. Controls in cybersecurity contain different classes that split up the types of controls, which are considered based on their importance and classification. Types of cybersecurity controls. The essential cybersecurity controls are divided into 3 types: technical, administrative, and physical. The main goal of implementing security control is preventative, detective, corrective, compensatory, or deterrent. Let us understand each of them in the following. Technical controls. Technical controls are also known as logical controls. That is used to reduce attacks on both hardware and software. And automated software tools are installed to protect the system. Examples of technical controls that are used to protect the system are as follows: encryption, antivirus and anti-malware software, firewalls, security information and event management, SIEM, instruction detection systems, IDS, and intrusion prevention systems, IPS. Technical control is implemented using 2 methods. Access control lists, ACL. ACL is a network traffic filter that controls incoming and outgoing traffic. They are commonly used in routers or firewalls, but they can also be programmed in any device that runs on the network, from hosts to servers. Configuration rules. It is a set of instructional codes used to guide the execution of the system when information is passed through it. Administrative controls. Administrative security controls refer to policies, procedures, and guidelines that define the roles or business practices of an organization's security goals. To implement administrative controls, additional security controls are necessary for monitoring and enforcement. The controls used to monitor and enforce them are as follows. Management controls. This control is used to mainly focus on risk management and information security management. Operational controls. The security controls that are primarily implemented, like technical and managerial controls executed by people, are saved by operational controls. Physical controls. Physical security controls in cybersecurity are implemented based on cyber measures in a defined structure that is used to detect or prevent unauthorized access to sensitive data. Examples of physical controls are as follows: closed-circuit surveillance cameras, motion or thermal alarm systems, security guards and picture IDs, locked and dead-bolted steel doors, biometrics, preventative controls. These controls are used to prevent loss or errors. Examples of preventative controls are as follows: hardening. It's a process of reducing attacks and tightening security controls. Security awareness training is the process of providing formal cybersecurity education to employees and stakeholders about security threats and the organization's policies and procedures. Change management, measures taken by an organization to describe and implement changes both internally and externally in the system that include preparing and supporting employees to take the necessary steps for change. Account disable policy. This policy will disable the account when an employee leaves the organization. Detective controls. It is an accounting term that uses internal control to find errors within the organization. Examples of detective controls are as follows: log monitoring, analyzing real-time data. SIEM. A set of tools and services are offered to analyze various system operational logs. Trend analysis, identifying the pattern from an application's log output, to gather relevant information. Security audits, set of measures that focus on cybersecurity standards and guidelines. Video surveillance, digital images and videos that are sent over communication networks are monitored. Motion detection, sensors are attached to detect nearby motions. Corrective controls. After a system malfunction, corrective controls are used to make the system more effective to use. Examples of corrective controls include IPS, detection of anomalies in traffic flow to quickly prevent malicious activity. Backups and system recovery, the process of creating and storing data copies that can be used as backups when data is lost. Deterrent controls. Deterrent controls are used to reduce deliberate attacks, which are usually in the form of a tangible object or person. Examples of deterrent controls include cable locks, hardware locks, video surveillance and guards. Compensating controls. Compensating control is an alternative method that is used to satisfy the requirement for security, and certain security measures can't be implemented due to financial or simple impractical reasons at the time. Example of compensating control: time-based OTP. One of the best examples for compensating control is OTP, i.e., one-time password, where a code is generated by an algorithm that uses the current time of day as one of its authentication factors.
If you found this video informative and useful, we'll always bring new concepts explained for you, so stay tuned with Sprintzeal, and if you like the video, do share. If have any doubts or queries, do let us know in the comment section. Use the coupon code YouTube10 in our website to get 10% off on all our courses.